In today's episode, we're off to eat non-stop delicious Korean street food inside Busan's largest night market. Last time, we showed you what Nampodong is like during the day, but during the evening, this area transforms into a neon-lit foodies wonderland that attracts visitors from all around the world. So, if you love food as much as we do, then get ready for a mouth-watering adventure as we eat our way through the street food lovers' paradise of Nampodong. In the last episode, we showed you almost everything Nampodong has to offer, except we left out the most important part. Right behind me is Nampodong's infamous night market. So tonight, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to eat nothing but non-stop delicious Korean street eats. So let's take a look. Just like clockwork, right at 7:30, the street food vendors just suddenly appeared and completely transformed Bupyeong Kkangtong Market into a street food lover's paradise. This is actually our first time checking out this night market, but don't worry, I did a little research beforehand, and I'm going to show you all of the street eats here that I've heard people raving about. 한 개 주세요.
약간 매운맛이요.
So right behind me, they have this restaurant where they make these, I think they're called Scotch eggs. And what it is they cook an egg and then they wrap it in bacon and then they cover it in all these different kinds of sauces. So take a look at this. 너무 배고파. This thing is so good. You have to try this. Isn't that good? Obviously you still taste the egg, but the sauce is delicious. The egg was perfectly boiled. The yolk wasn't runny or dry. And of course, everyone knows that bacon and eggs go hand in hand, but the cream sauce mixed with the spicy marinade was out of this world. I think this is like my new favorite way of eating eggs. Alright, so we're off to a pretty good start. Next up, we saw the chicken skewers, so of course, we gotta try it. Who doesn't love chicken skewers? I had no idea that people even ate chicken hearts. Sounds kinda strange, right? It totally does for me. So, we ordered both the regular chicken skewers and the hearts. The sauce tastes so good. Nice and chewy, still pretty moist. Oh yeah. Well, good thing I wore a black shirt today.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Bomb. The chicken hearts were better than I expected, but the chicken skewer was even better. Moist, smoky, spicy, and sweet. Totally worth the money. What the hell? Did you all hear what she said? This one is definitely worth trying. I'll save you some, don't worry. So I have a list of dishes that I came here to try, but everywhere I look, I keep seeing all these other dishes that look so tempting. Now this next snack is actually one of my favorite Korean dishes, but it's actually not considered as a street food. In fact, on most special occasions over here, such as New Year's, families over here will often serve this as one of the mains at dinner time. Right behind me, they sell this dish called yukjeon. Basically what it is like a big piece of beef and then they cover it in egg and then they fry it. So tasty. So, as a main dish at dinner time, you're probably gonna like this one. But if you're looking to satisfy your junky street food cravings, then this might not be the best option for you. Anyone here like Vietnamese food? I definitely do. Back in Toronto, my wife and I would eat Vietnamese all the time. But I've never seen this dish at any Viet restaurant before. Apparently, it's a pretty popular dish back in Vietnam. So let's see if it's any good. So right behind me is this Vietnamese dish over here. I'm not exactly sure what's in there, but I think that there's egg and meat and bean sprouts, and it's covered in this sauce, and it looks pretty good.
It's like Vietnamese pancake.
It's so good. This dish was bursting with Vietnamese flavors all over it. It was sweet, salty, and tangy, and the fried egg wrap was both crunchy and soft at the same time. But after a while, my mouth did start to feel a little too oily, so this one lost a point here for that. If you're into samgyeopsal and enjoy spicy foods, then you're probably gonna like this next one. This place takes pork belly, wraps it around a bunch of vegetables, then drizzles it with several different sauces, including a spicy peppery sauce and a spicy mayo sauce. 완전 맛있어. But after a few bites, honestly, this one got a little too spicy for me.
I'm gonna try this candy.
Oh, we're totally gonna get this one today, right? 네, 감사합니다. I love candy apples already as it is. This is just the same thing, but it's with strawberries. And it's pretty good. So. Actually, these are even better than candy apples because it's less messy, it's easier to eat, and personally, I just prefer strawberries over apples. If you wait until a little later, I'll show you an even better place to buy these candied fruits. Have any of you ever tried egg bread before? It's a pretty famous Chinese dessert, but the vendor here took that idea and gave it a really tempting twist by adding in cream and honeycomb. My wife and I are pretty much candy connoisseurs. We totally love our sweets, and I got the fillings to prove it. So when I saw this honeycomb topping, we totally had to try it. Is it like gummy-like? Honeycomb is actually pretty tasty. Hit my spot.
Is it worth to get honeycomb?
Oh,
I think it was.
it was worth it actually. Seems a little expensive at first to add $2.50 just for honey. But yeah, I would get it again. How often do you eat honeycomb? I actually would have scored this waffle a little bit higher if it was a bit cheaper. So we just finished up at Nampodong's night market and my tummy is so full. But the night's not over yet. We're off to the next area to check out some more places to eat and drink. So other than the night market that's back there, there's still tons of restaurants on both sides over here. This is that candied fruit place that I was talking about earlier, but over here they also had candy-covered shine muscats. These grapes are my all-time favorite grapes. Did you just eat two? We just had the candied fruit again. This place is way better than the one at the market, and it's $1 cheaper. Have you ever watched Korean dramas before, where you've seen people eating and drinking in these tents on the street? I have so many times, and ever since, I've always wanted to try it. It just kinda looks fun, doesn't it? I think I've counted almost 50 stalls over here, and they all had different menus. So, if you come over here, then you'll probably find something that you like. We just got to this other drinking area that's like right beside the night market. It's only about like a 5-minute walk away. And you'll find all these stalls like lined up and down the street. Is eating chicken gizzards gross? I used to think that chicken gizzards is like the beak, the part that makes the sound. Apparently it's not. Yeah, I would still eat it then. It's a pretty good drinking snack. Jinwo by far. Tastes good, never gives you a hangover, kind of perfect. Kind of fun like eating and drinking in a place like this though. I wish that there was more places like this around Busan.
You're drunk?
No, I'm not drunk. No. I'm not drunk off one bottle. I get red off of one bottle though, it's not the same thing.
Because you're Asian.
Asian glow, but I don't look Asian. It's kind of funny being mixed. Asian people look at me as if I'm white, and all my non-Asian friends would think of me as super Chinese. Well, tonight, right after this, I'm gonna prove to my wife and the rest of the world how totally Asian I am by doing something insanely embarrassing, which just so happens to be one of the most Asian activities ever. Just wait for it. That's right, I'm gonna bust out some of my DDR moves. Have any of you ever tried this game? It's a freaking workout, especially after drinking. In case you missed our last episode, this area has so much more to offer than just a night market. It's also an amazing place to hang out and go shopping. You'll find all types of stores in this area, from all the popular big brands to small Korean designer brands, thrift stores, and even a gigantic fake market selling all kinds of replica items. So, if you're visiting Busan, you should definitely add this to your itinerary. If you'd like to see why, then click the link at the end of the video. And if you enjoyed spending time with us in Nampodong, then remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, somewhere in Korea.
Me all summer making discoveries under your covers. Calling your